The 27th lesson I have learned from the people of Broadway Church is to name, bless, and connect. When the young people go out in the summer around here for their work of naming, blessing, and connecting among their neighbors, I have learned more than I could possibly imagine. One day I was with the young people and they were talking with a man about a block and a half from here in front of his house. He asked them what they were doing and they asked him what his gifts were. He talked with them about his gifts, and after a couple minutes of that, he got very excited and he turned around and he ran into the house, and he was just gone for a minute. And when he came back out, he had a large box in his hands and his son, his teenage son, by his side. He came out, set the box on the car, and began to show the young people what was in the box. And it was awards that his son had received from school. He was bursting with pride about his son, as his son stood there a little embarrassed. When the young people were looking for gifts, gifts burst all around them. During the summer, you can see young people on the sidewalks, in front porches, in yards, in a circle, holding hands with a neighbor, offering a prayer, a blessing on that neighbor. One time, a neighbor refused. He said he wanted to bless them. And so they prayed together, and he offered a blessing on them. The blessings we give are the blessings we get. The young people had gone to visit someone they always loved to see, Miss Rose. And Miss Rose was telling them she was having real trouble getting down into her basement, going down the stairs and to clean up the basement, which needed cleaned. One of the young people got very excited. They said, "Miss Rose, my neighbor cleans basements great." And she connected Miss Rose and her neighbor, and he cleaned the basement for her. Another neighbor is a chef from New Orleans who moved here after Katrina. The young people were talking to her about what dreams she had for her life. And she talked about how she wanted to feed people who were hungry, and particularly people who didn't have a place to live. One of the young people spoke up. "My family and I used to not have a place to live," he said. "I'd really like to do that, and I'd like to do it with you." Connections happen when we share stories. Thank you, Broadway.